when you're growing in any manner, it's going to be uncomfortable. You're going to have to let go of people. You're going to have to dead situations. You're going to have to release and let go and allow things to die within you as well. You're going to have to release and let go and allow yourself to transform into who you are meant to be. And sometimes those spaces where you have to transform is going to be spaces that felt safe, like dimming down for other people, in that being some sort of safe space, because you don't have to deal with conflict. But I think it's important to understand, no matter how much you dim down, people that are envious or jealous of you, they're still going to be envious and jealous of you. And I think it's important to understand to be comfortable with conflict, but not initiate conflict all the time, but also understanding when to initiate conflict in order to be the best version that you can be, because sometimes you have to speak up for yourself, and you can't shy away from those moments to speak up for yourself and say what you need to say, because you have to transform that thinking and that perspective of not being yourself and thinking that is a safe space. And you have to create that safe space for yourself by being a fierce leader, by being a protector, by protecting your energy, by actually protecting your energy and setting boundaries and allowing yourself to be uncomfortable with that, and allowing other people to be uncomfortable with that as well. Because the people that really care about you and love you, they're going to respect your boundaries. And I also think it's important to understand, when it comes to boundaries are not control mechanisms. So it's important to understand that boundaries are for you to protect your softness, your so-called naive side. So I think it's important to understand, when it comes to growth pains, you have to allow yourself to release and let go of habits, of people, of situations that is holding you back, that so-called feel comfortable because you're used to chaos, or you're used to trauma bonds, or you're used to dimming down, or you're used to trying to make everybody else feel comfortable, because within making everybody else feel comfortable, you feel a sense of safety. But in reality, you are just neglecting yourself and showing yourself that you're not worthy of being seen, being heard, being felt. And I think it's important to put yourself in position to where you are creating a space for yourself to feel seen, to feel heard, to be felt, to feel felt by yourself. And also creating connections like that. But in order for you to create a connection and know how that truly is supposed to feel, you have to create that with yourself, so that people can't come in and manipulate you to thinking that that is what they're doing. Because when you do the work for yourself, you automatically know what is real and when somebody is just performing for you, because people cannot perform for long. And I think it's important to learn and really connect with yourself and be that for yourself, so that way you don't have to wait until those people show you who they are. You can trust your discernment and you can trust yourself, because a lot of the times, we lose trust with ourselves because of what we accepted in the past, what we accepted within those trauma bonds, what we accepted in past connections or past situations. So we lose trust with ourselves. But I think it's important to understand, in order to gain your trust back, you have to trust yourself and allow things to play out. Within that, if you want to let anything play out, start trusting yourself and allowing that to play out, instead of trying to give people chances when you can see where things are going. give yourself a chance. Start trusting yourself. Start believing that you can have confidence within yourself, because the way that you build confidence and trust back with yourself is by doing that, by trusting yourself. So the more you get it right is the more confidence you will have in yourself. So when you automatically have a gut feeling about somebody that you need to walk away from them, when you walk away from them and you end up being right, then you start to gain that trust back with yourself. Or the more you get an inkling to talk to somebody or connect to somebody, and you actually do that, and it turns out to be something healthy and something that is for you, the more you're able to trust yourself in connection. So I think it's important to understand, when you're trying to build that trust back with yourself and that connection back with yourself, you have to allow it to play out and have blind faith when it comes to yourself as well. Because when it comes to growth pains, a lot of that has to do with trusting yourself. A lot of that has to do with having confidence in the position that you are in, knowing that at the end of the day it's going to work out, it's going to pay off, knowing that it's going to pay off and be something that is for you at the end of the day. So I think it's important to understand, when it comes to growth pains, I think it's important to understand, when it comes to growth pains, to just be more confident in yourself and more confident in your decisions. And how you build that confidence within your decisions is make decisive decisions and stand on those decisions and fully trust yourself. And also understanding that sometimes when you make a decision, it's okay to be scared. It's okay to lack confidence in that, but to still understand to keep going with it, because the more you keep going with it is the more confidence you will have in yourself and the more conviction you will have in what you are doing. So I think it's important to understand that when it comes to, growth pains and growing as an individual and growing in relationships and growing in circumstances, to really understand that, to have confidence within yourself